Imagine a pain so intense it feels like being shot. Not stabbed, not burned, shot. That is how people describe the sting of the bullet ant. 1 second you are fine. The next, your entire body feels like it has been struck by lightning and fire at the same time. Your nerves scream. Your muscles lock up. Your brain can barely think. And the worst part is this. It is not even trying to kill you. This is what makes the bullet ant so terrifying. It does not need claws. It does not need size. It only needs a single sting. And once you understand how it lives, how it hunts, and how it defends itself, you realize something unsettling. Nothing about this insect is normal. So, what is a bullet ant, really? A bullet ant is one of the largest and most powerful ants on Earth. And it lives deep inside the rainforests of Central and South America. When you picture an ant, you probably imagine something tiny and easy to ignore. But when you see a bullet ant in real life, that idea disappears instantly. It can grow up to 3 centimeters long, with a thick, dark body and long, powerful legs that give it a heavy, almost mechanical way of moving. When it walks across leaves, you can actually hear it. This is not an insect that fades into the background. You will usually find bullet ants around the bases of large trees, inside hollow trunks, or moving up and down bark in steady lines. That is because their nests are often built in tree roots or inside rotting wood, where the colony can stay hidden while still controlling the area around it. If you are standing near one of these trees in the Amazon, there is a good chance bullet ants are already watching you. What makes them especially unsettling is how calm they seem. They do not run around chaotically like smaller ants. They move slowly and deliberately, as if they are always aware of their surroundings. That calm is not weakness, it is confidence. These ants are built for survival. Their bodies are tough, their jaws are strong, and unlike most ants, they do not rely on numbers alone to defend themselves. Each individual bullet ant carries a weapon powerful enough to stop much larger animals. So while you might think of ants as harmless, this one forces you to rethink that instantly. You are not looking at a tiny scavenger, you are looking at a guardian of a powerful colony, a living alarm system that exists to protect everything behind it. And now that you understand what a bullet ant really is, the next thing you need to know is what happens when it decides you are a threat. The sting of a bullet ant is considered the most painful insect sting on Earth. People who have experienced it do not compare it to a bee or a wasp. They compare it to being shot. The pain is sharp, deep, and overwhelming, like fire and electricity tearing through your nerves at the same time. It is not just a surface sting. It feels like something has gone wrong deep inside your body. When the ant stings you, it injects a powerful venom that attacks your nervous system. This venom forces your nerves to send non-stop pain signals to your brain. Your body cannot block them. You cannot think them away. Even though the sting almost never kills humans, it completely takes over your senses. It becomes the only thing you can focus on. Your skin swells, muscles tighten. Some people shake or feel dizzy. Others feel sick to their stomach. Breathing can feel strange. Your heart races. And the pain does not fade quickly. It can last for hours, slowly pulsing through your body, like a reminder that something has gone very wrong. What makes this even more unsettling is that the bullet ant does not use this sting to hunt. It uses it to defend. It does not need to kill you. It only needs to make sure you never come back. In the jungle, that is more effective than teeth or claws. A predator might fight. Pain makes everything retreat, and because each ant carries this weapon, the entire colony becomes protected. One wrong step near their nest can bring dozens of stings in seconds, each one adding more venom and more pain until your body simply cannot ignore the message anymore. But pain is only part of the story, because to understand why the bullet ant uses it so effectively, you need to see how its entire colony is built around survival. The bullet ant does not survive because it is alone. It survives because it belongs to something much larger. Every bullet ant you see is part of a tightly organized colony, built around one purpose: protecting the nest and the queen inside it. Deep in the soil or hidden inside the roots of massive trees, the queen spends her life laying eggs. She never leaves, she never fights. Everything the colony does is designed to keep her alive. Around her are the workers. These are the ants you usually see moving through the forest, climbing trees, and searching for food. They bring nectar, insects, and plant matter back to the nest to feed the growing colony. But workers are not weak. If the nest is threatened, they become defenders instantly. Then there are the soldiers. These ants are larger and more aggressive, built to respond when something dangerous comes too close. They patrol the area around the nest and stand ready to attack anything that feels wrong. The colony operates like a single organism. Each ant is a moving part, connected to the others through scent and behavior. When one ant senses danger, it releases chemical signals that tell the rest to prepare. Within seconds, dozens of ants can appear from nowhere. That is when the bullet ant becomes truly terrifying. You are no longer dealing with one insect. You are dealing with a coordinated defense system designed to overwhelm anything that threatens it. And because every ant carries that painful sting, the colony does not need size or numbers alone to survive. It uses fear itself as a weapon. But even with all this power, humans have still found ways to challenge it. In the Amazon, the bullet ant is not just feared, it is respected. Some indigenous tribes use bullet ants in a coming-of-age ritual that is considered one of the most painful endurance tests in the world. Young warriors are required to wear gloves filled with live bullet ants. Each ant is positioned so its stinger faces inward, directly against the skin. When the gloves go on, the ants sting again and again. There is no escape. The pain builds with every second, flooding the nervous system. People shake, scream, and struggle to stay standing, but they do not remove the gloves. This ritual is not about punishment. It is about proving that you can endure something overwhelming and still remain in control. In a jungle where pain, danger, and survival are constant, that ability matters. Outside of these rituals, most human encounters with bullet ants are accidental. You lean against a tree, you brush past a branch, you step too close to a nest. The ants do not see you as a person. They see you as a threat. They swarm, they sting, and they keep going until you move away. Each sting adds more venom, more pain, more confusion. Your body goes into shock mode, trying to understand what is happening, and by the time you react, the ants have already done their job. The message is clear: do not come back, and this is why the bullet ant is so effective in the jungle. It does not need to kill anything, it only needs to make sure nothing wants to come near it again. But pain alone does not explain why these ants matter so much in their environment. The bullet ant is not just a creature of pain, it is a critical part of how the rainforest stays in balance. Even though most people only know it for its sting, in a jungle where everything is constantly growing, dying, and being eaten, nothing is wasted, and the bullet ant helps make sure of that. These ants are active predators and scavengers. They hunt smaller insects that could otherwise explode in population and damage plants. They also feed on nectar, moving between flowers and trees, which helps spread plant life through the forest. When something dies, they break it down, carrying bits of organic matter back to their nests. That might not sound dramatic, but in a rainforest where decay happens incredibly fast, that work keeps the entire system from collapsing under its own weight. Bullet ants are also food. Birds, reptiles, and mammals all eat them. Even though doing so is risky, that means the energy stored inside these ants moves upward through the food chain, supporting animals much larger than themselves. Even something as painful as a bullet ant has a role in feeding the jungle. The sting itself is part of that balance. It prevents predators from wiping out entire colonies. One painful mistake is usually enough for a predator to remember and avoid bullet ants for life. That allows the colony to survive long enough to reproduce and continue doing its job. Bullet ants even shape how other animals move. Many creatures learn where their nests are and avoid those areas. That changes where animals travel, where they feed, and which plants they interact with. In this way, a tiny insect influences the paths of much larger animals. So while you might think of the bullet ant as just a terrifying insect, it is actually one of the quiet engineers of the rainforest. Its pain protects its colony, and its colony helps keep the jungle alive. So now when you think about the bullet ant, do not picture a small insect crawling through leaves. Picture a living weapon designed to protect an entire colony with pain alone. Every sting is a warning. Every movement is a signal. And in a jungle where survival depends on being remembered, the bullet ant has become unforgettable. If this fascinated you, make sure to like and subscribe for more of the wildest creatures on Earth, because the rainforest is full of predators you never see coming. And some of them do not need teeth or claws to control everything around them.